Here in Tanzania, there are close to 500,000 children living rough on the streets. Nearly 2,000 here in the city of Mwanza. I've only just arrived, but even driving from the airport, you get some idea of the incredibly hard lives these children must endure. Forced to beg for their food and facing a constant threat of disease and violence, it's a terrible way for any child to live. The next morning, and it's an early start for me and project worker Kanuti. It's just after 5 o'clock here in Mwanza, and we're out on the streets because although the project does offer shelter for many, many children, there are still some that are living and sleeping on the streets. The children sleep in groups for safety, but are never free from the risk of being chased away or attacked.
They make sure that they alert each one.
So if one sees some sort of threat, they all know that there's a threat?
Yes.
The kids use old sacks for bedding. They have very little else, so they're keen to keep them safe.
Na kwenda kwenye mazoezi kidogo.
I can try.
Sasa.
How's that? These kids have spent the night sleeping rough. They've had no breakfast, and it's still only 6 a.m. But they have just one thing on their minds. In the same way that everything seems so much better in the cold light of day, everything seems so much worse in the dismal dark of night. There is a real sense of menace, and you just kind of worry what horrors this night can bring. Incredibly, though, even for kids like these, there is a glimmer of hope on the horizon. From all over Tanzania. But for every child in this tournament, there are many others who face a life of hardship and struggle.
This is their home. Yeah, they get food out of this dump.
Benoit has come to meet a group of young men who grew up on the streets and now live on the city's rubbish dump.
Can you show me where you sleep?
Yeah.
This is his home and his house. When it's hot, he gets in, and when it's cold, he gets in. And then it's a good place for him to be while he's asleep. He has no anywhere else more than this place.
When I see how they live, there is no word to explain how I'm lucky to have my life. I just go to the supermarket and I buy what I want to buy.
By running regular medical help, clothing, and even food when it's needed.
They have a real problem to find food and drink, and then when we speak with them, the first thing that they want is a ball to play football. So football is unbelievable.
Keen to impress the pro footballer, the boys challenge Benoit to a penalty shootout.
Okay, who's shooting first? You ready? Okay?
The guys think it's only fair to make it a little bit harder for the Cameroon star. He's up against 3 goalkeepers. But Benoit hasn't reached the top of his game without a few tricks of his own up his sleeve.
Even with 3 keepers, I can score.